conference matchup should be a good one.
On the Rockets.
Let's win the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Shot is off. Inside, Beasley with the steal. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And I love that the instant that steal was made, they were out in the open floor.
Ball pressure leading to the run out. Man, it doesn't get much nicer than that. That is sweet, sweet stuff.
Kyrie Irving, an explosive scorer. We all know that. His rate of assists continually dropping over his NBA career. And Greg, does he need to be more of a pure point guard?
You know, he does have the advantage of playing with LeBron James, one of the best playmakers in the league. It's a good fit, I think, at this stage of his career, because right now they need him to score the basketball while he continues to improve his point guard skills.
Here's Irving following the score by Houston. For three, Love. Here's Thompson, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
Harden kicks to Howard. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Good. Just like a little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fellas wearing the rim out.
Here's Love. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And stolen by LeBron. And here we go. Fast break. Love's got it. And it's Irving missing.
You know, the alley-oop is a great play when it works, but boy, when it doesn't.
Yeah, it can make you look silly. It embarrasses you. And we had a little silliness right there for sure.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Beverly. Here's Harden. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
Irving drives in. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And LeBron has been in the postseason every year since his rookie season. Last year he passed Jerry West on the all-time postseason scoring list. I'm sure he'll just continue to climb up the record book.
Now here's Beverly. Howard kicks to Harden. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. 6 points for James Harden. Cavaliers trailing. And for LeBron in the playoffs last season, he didn't step his game up when Kevin Love went down.
Leave a comment below.
He covered every base.
Yep, and that's what's so impressive about LeBron in the playoffs. Everybody expects him to lead and hit big shots, and he never lets them down. Very rarely does he come up short in big moments.
The pass to Love from outside the arc, and that one's good. Love's got 5 points so far.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Rockets, Matajunas is checked in for Beasley. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for James Harden. And Cleveland also making a change. Dellavedova's checked in. Now here's Beverly. He feeds it to Brewer. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Cavaliers have gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And finished off by LeBron.
I'll let you get
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's what we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Here's Beverly. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
I don't know if we're going to play.
Rockets trail by 3. Poke loose. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Throws it up high. And LeBron throws it down.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Matajunas' shot is good.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things
I
up
don't know if I'm
inside
gonna play.
because as good as he shoots it, it
My brother
forces
won't
the
let me.
opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Now a timeout's called by Houston. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Capella's checked in, and it's McDaniels in for Trevor Ariza. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Kyrie Irving. Capella. And he's way off from outside. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on an 11-3 run. No one near James as he lets it go. Again, James missing. And now here comes Terry leading the break. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the first. Pass to Capella. Back to Terry. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Now, here's Fry. Dellavedova from outside. Good. Dellavedova's got 5 now.
Greg, we're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case. Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
Right wing. Here's McDaniels. This one for 3. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 7. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and you know the team.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations they've got for each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, two guys who expect so much of themselves to start with, who naturally have a vision of how great the other guy should be. I mean, they're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from each other. And that's a lot of fun to watch.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Cody Eunice and Howard, the post pair. Terry and Harden are the 1 and 2. And it's Beasley in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. So for the Rockets, Ariza comes in for Eunice, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Jason Terry. Cleveland also making some changes. Love comes in for Mozgov, and Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
Now here's Shumpert. Harden missing his last shot. The shot's good from Irving.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individualism.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Thompson, he's checked in for Channing Frye. Kicks it out to Ariza. There's the three. They get the rebound.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Jason Terry is checked in for Patrick Beverley. Rockets trail by 14.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Howard kicks to Harden. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Terry in the corner. Howard dishes to Harden. 4 on the shot clock. Harden missing again.
And with the Rockets' last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
Now here's Irving. Again, Irving missing. Shoots the 3. Terry grabs the board.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Houston moving it around. Harden kicks to Terry. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Terry's got 5 now.
Boy, they're knocking down the long-range shots. A lot of those same shots they missed earlier in the first quarter. They still find themselves down here. They're starting to make some headway into that deficit.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Just call him the Beard. James Harden, not just iconic, but also entering the conversation for the best player in the NBA.
Thanks to whoever's watching.
For the Cavaliers, Mozgov comes in for Tristan Thompson. And James subbed in for Iman Shumpert. And so here's Cleveland. They've led by as many as 14 points. And speaking of Harden and being the best, he'd certainly tell you so. He referred to himself as the best all-around player in the league. What do you think?
And I think he's right in that category. A lot of people laughed him off when he said that, but he's been a legitimate MVP candidate. His defense has gotten better, and obviously his offensive game is off the charts.
Rockets trail by 10. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. The Rockets making a switch here. Capella's checked in. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Irving for 3. Cleveland gets it back. Love the pass to Irving. Goes back up. The Rockets pull it in.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see. Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And 12 points for Love.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Back to Harden. And he slams it one-handed.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
The Cavaliers leading by 8. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are. Clark.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms
goodness.
of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
To the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Monty Eunice is checked in for Howard. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. KJ McDaniels, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jason Terry. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for J.R. Smith. Now, here's Brewer. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
You talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs were. I mean, could rattle off 4 wins on the road in a row, then come back empty from their next road trip. They did seem, though, to get stronger and more steady as the season went on. Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
Brewer with the ball. Pass to McDaniels on the wing. Brewer. He dishes it to Capella. Feeds it to Beverly. A 3-ball. Love grabs the board. Love's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that.
That was dope.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
This is his first chance at the line tonight, and he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Love.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Now here's Beverly. Gets it off. No good trying to beat the buzzer.
Come on.
And the
man.
first half is now in the books. Cavaliers lead by 11. And now let's catch up with Doris.
Kevin, a great first half for
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. What a performance so far tonight by Kevin Love. He had 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland? And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about...
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Kevin Love really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the center. And the second player taken in the 2008 draft, Michael Beasley out of Kansas State, has been the ultimate wild card. Incredibly high expectations for him. At one time, he was the best high school player in the country. But now, you know, Greg, in his 8th season, bounced around a little bit. You wonder if he will ever fulfill that great potential.
You know, you could argue the best player in college that 1 year at Kansas State. I mean, unstoppable scorer and rebounder on the collegiate level. And he's shown flashes, but that's the one thing about this level. So much of the game is mental. And not everybody's equipped to handle the responsibility of being a great player.
Excellent point. From deep, James. It's hauled in by Beverly.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Ariza with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Beverly wide open. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland the other way now. They've led by as many as 14 points.
And thinking about Michael Beasley's career now, he did have a breakout season in 10 and 11 with the Timberwolves. It was enough to land him a 3-year, $18 million contract with the Suns a couple years ago. Arrows seemed to be pointing up, but then things headed south quickly.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And for last season, it was really just a victory for Beasley to get back in the league. I mean, did not start the season on any team.
They're probably injured.
No doubt he has the skills, but something needs to happen for him in order to stick.
Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. Beasley outside. Dishes to Beverly. Ariza outside. Great D that time from James.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how. That athletic.
Yeah.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break.
From range. Ariza's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Smith wide open. He fires. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Beverly.
Well, I tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the 6th best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive.
The Cavaliers leading by 13. Irving attacking, and the shot is good.
Hey, kid,
Irving's got 7 points in the game.
Let's go.
Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Knocked loose, stolen by Thompson. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And the dunk by James.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc. And boy, are they taking advantage.
Montezumas is checked in for the Rockets. Terry comes in for Patrick Beverly. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Shumpert comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far. Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt. He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here's Shumpert.
What freak happened to him? Unknown right ankle injury.
Rockets with the rebound. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Ariza has the open look. That doesn't go either for...
What's his score?
Ariza.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Here's Motiejunas. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Last season, we saw Motiejunas make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin, on both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
1:15 left in the third. The drive by Shumpert. No good. Excellent D from Howard. Rockets trail by 17. Here's Ariza. Back to Harden. Houston moving it around. And Channing Frye gets the whistle that time. Houston making some changes. Capella's checked in. And it's Brewer in for Trevor Ariza. And Cleveland also making a change. Love's checked in. Harden inside the three-point line. The Rockets again can't hit.
And Motiejunas actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes. Little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
The Cavaliers have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Good on the second free throw.
And Motiejunas is a very confident player. I think where he can still improve is his rebounding and defensive impact. With a 7-foot frame, he's got to learn to play like a 7-footer.
Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, I mean, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear the second half of the season. And then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
Top of the key. Brewer grabs the board.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. In the corner, Harden. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. And it's going to go on Iman Shumpert. Houston shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And the first one at the line is good. And the Cavaliers making a change here.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for James Harden. Here's Smith. 9 points in the game so far. LeBron dishes to Smith. Passes to Dellavedova. Back to Smith. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 5 assists tonight. And here is Brewer. Got it off in time. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Cleveland ahead, up by 16. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Rockets trail by 16. We've got Patrick Beverly. Beasley out there with Motiejunas. Then there's Brewer. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Love kicks to Irving. And there's the feed to Dellavedova. For 3, 6 on the shot clock. And Irving with the basket on the assist from Dellavedova.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now Beverly launches it. Capella kicks to Brewer. The dish to Moniunas. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Irving's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. To the middle. Here's Thompson. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And the Cavaliers lead by 21.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And stolen by Ariza. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Beverly.
Wow.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Cleveland.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
And continuing to expand his arsenal last season, Patrick Beverly, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in assists and rebounds per game, and he's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Yeah, and he's really working on the details of becoming a better playmaker, becoming a guy that has coaches trust him to handle the basketball in those crucial situations.
To the wing on the left, the drive by Love. Outside jumper. There's the triple. And Kevin Love